Okay, now we're doing the next piece. This is going to be sitting underneath the house after we get out fairly good curve, so that's what we wanted. Okay, on this piece, the idea was just to be able to cut from the top without having to drill holes, but that makes the structure so weak that I decided to drill pilot holes in each of the different spots. Another reason why it's so important to get the lines correct on these thin pieces is if you cut inside, it gives you that much less wood. This is really thin around here. Okay, the next one out. Stop and cut out. Challenge with making sure you don't cut through these, and they're particularly hard when you get one side already cut and then you got to go to the other side. But it worked out all right. Now we're going to continue cutting out the rest of the pieces I've got glued to the remainder of the board. I'm going to start with this cloud. The other thing that can be a problem is having the paper that you're using as your template come loose from the glue. Turn this right at that other line. Cut out that little piece from the other direction. Okay, so there's our little cloud. One of two that we need to cut out. Little shrub, whatever they call it. And this will be a little bit tricky because you got to do all these things for the branches. But the advantage is it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, that's just someone just did that freehand, and there it is. So if it's a little bit off and not perfect, no big harm done. So let's go. Okay, so there's my little, all that work for this little tree, and the paper comes right off. So that'll be a tree in the display. This is the last cut we have to do before we do the backboard and the final assembly. This is the road. Pick up the speed a little bit. I think we can go a little faster on this. This just has very gentle sweeping curves. Pieces out of the same piece of wood, so the wood is consistent. I try to take advantage of the grain as much as possible. That broke all apart. Ah, I ruined it. Look at that. I ruined my piece. Well, gotta do another one. Wood I had left over and glued a replacement road piece. We'll try it again. Maybe this time. Alright, this will probably work out okay now. I don't want to get too thin. Come on. There we go. Alright, now we're done. There. There's my road. Doesn't look like a road, but that's going to be a road. Some kind of way. We'll see how it all works. We're going to put it all together now. Well, we got to cut out the backboard and then we'll be done. Okay, well, we got to make the back plate for this windmill after we put it together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of wood. It's just a piece of pine I bought at a lumber yard. And instead of being made into part of a house somewhere, we're going to use it as a backboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to generally place the major parts to my project on the board, and then using this diagram that came with the template, it'll give me an idea of the kind of freeform piece I need around it. Instead, an 8 by 11. Has a plaque-like look to it, so I'm going to tilt the table to about 30 degrees. This blade's doing real well on this thick wood. It likes this kind of cutting. I think when I'm using this kind of blade on thinner wood, I wax at it so hard I get that going through hot butter routine, hot knife through butter routine, and it just cuts too quick. But on here it's doing beautiful. I had done something like this earlier and I used a jigsaw, which worked okay. It was actually faster, but didn't make as clean a cut as this is going to be. Okay, well, I've cut out the plaque, and you can see it's not perfectly symmetrical, but that's the idea, is to give it this kind of like general shape. And then I'll put the windmill in here and we'll have it done. Try and square it up after I hung it on the wall. Now I'm just going to pre-assemble the whole thing and see how it looks. I think I'm going to bring that down just a little bit lower. This goes here. This little puppy will go on here. Another little tree will go on this side, very top. Put that on just to hold it in place. One of my little clouds. My other little cloud, I think that goes this way. Where we want, everything seems to work. I think that's about where I want. So now I got to just glue it down. We'll come back after we get it all glued down. I just use a wood glue and spot everything and set her in.